Stop wasting money on ads. Here's what actually works in 2025. And it's completely free. You're probably sick of seeing gurus promise the world, so let me show you what I'm talking about. Look at these results. This growth, these followers, this income. All of it was generated without spending a single dollar on paid advertising. The truth is, most people burn money on ads that don't convert. I used to do the same until I found this strategy. I was pouring my hard-earned cash into a digital black hole, hoping for a return that never came. It's a common story and it's a frustrating one, but it doesn't have to be your story. In this video, I'm going to break down the exact organic marketing strategy I used to grow my brand from zero to generating consistent, high-quality leads every single week. And the best part, you can copy the entire framework step by step starting today. Let's get real for a second. I remember setting up my first major ad campaign. I'd spent days perfecting the copy, designing the creative, and fine-tuning the audience targeting. I confidently put $500 behind it, imagining the flood of new leads and customers. The result, 2 leads. One was my cousin who was just curious, and the other never even replied to my email. It was a total joke, an expensive, soul-crushing joke. This experience isn't unique to me. So many entrepreneurs and creators face the same painful reality with paid ads. There are a few core reasons why they often fail for people who aren't marketing agencies with massive budgets. First, the cost is just too high for an uncertain return. You're in a bidding war against giant corporations and your small budget gets drowned out. The cost per click and cost per lead are constantly rising, making it a game of diminishing returns. Second, the algorithms are merciless and they change constantly. What worked last month on Facebook or Google might get your account flagged this month. You have to constantly learn and adapt, and one wrong move can tank your entire campaign. Finally, there's ad fatigue. Your audience is bombarded with thousands of ads every single day. They've developed ad blindness. They scroll right past anything that looks like a promotion. Trying to break through that noise with a limited budget is like shouting into a void unless you are a world-class expert. It's an uphill battle, and for most of us, it's not a battle worth fighting with our own money on the line. So how do people without a budget grow fast? How do you see these accounts explode with engagement, followers, and customers without a massive ad spend backing them up? That was the question that kept me up at night after my $500 failure. I started obsessively studying the creators and businesses that were winning, and I noticed a pattern. They weren't outspending their competition, they were outsmarting them. That's when I discovered something that flipped the script completely. It was the power of a focused, disciplined organic marketing strategy. It wasn't about spraying and praying, it was about precision, value, and consistency. Now, let's get into the meat of it. My #1 organic strategy that changed everything. I'm going to break this down into 4 actionable parts so you can follow along. Part A is the platform. You cannot be everywhere at once. The secret is to pick one platform and dominate it. For me, and for what I recommend to most service-based businesses, consultants, and coaches right now, that platform is LinkedIn. Why LinkedIn? 3 reasons. First, the mindset of the user. People are on LinkedIn for professional development, networking, and business solutions. They are actively looking for value that can help their careers or businesses. You don't have to fight for their attention against cat videos. Second, the organic reach is still incredibly powerful compared to platforms like Facebook or Instagram. A single well-written post can be seen by tens of thousands of people in your target industry without you paying a cent. And third, the data supports it. LinkedIn has over 1 billion members and is growing, with engagement at an all-time high. It's a blue ocean for those who know how to use it correctly to grow your business online. Part B is the content format that works. On LinkedIn, it's not about flashy dance videos, it's about value-driven storytelling. The format that consistently works follows a simple 3-part structure. First, the hook. The first 1 or 2 lines. It must be bold, relatable, or controversial to get people to click see more. Examples: I fired my best client, here's why. Or the most common advice about productivity is wrong. Second is the personal story or lesson, the body of your post. Share a brief personal experience and extract a lesson your audience can apply. This builds connection and authority. Third is the closing question, and with something that invites comments. For example, have you ever experienced this? Let me know in the comments. This structure turns a monologue into a dialogue and tells the algorithm your content is engaging. Part C is the execution system. Ideas are useless without execution, and this is where most people fail. You need a system. Here's mine. First, I post 3 to 5 times per week. Consistency matters more than frequency. Choose a schedule you can commit to. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday mornings tend to work well. Second is content creation. I don't wait for inspiration, I batch it. I spend 2 hours on Sunday writing all my posts for the week. Where do ideas come from? I pull from client questions, industry forums, and posts already performing well in my niche. Third is repurposing. Don't waste good content. A strong LinkedIn post can become a Twitter thread, a YouTube short script, an Instagram reel, or a talking point in a newsletter. This multiplies your output without multiplying your workload. It's a core part of an efficient organic marketing strategy. Before we move on to the last strategy, let me tell you about Tube Accelerator, a step-by-step program that shows you how to grow and monetize a YouTube channel, even without showing your face. Learn how to create viral videos, attract subscribers fast, and turn views into income with proven strategies. Perfect for beginners and busy creators. Part D is the engagement tactic. Posting is only half the battle, the other half is engagement. This is what supercharges your growth. First, reply to every single comment on your posts, especially within the first hour. It boosts your post's visibility in the algorithm and builds a loyal community. Ask follow-up questions in your replies to keep the conversation going. Second, use DMs strategically. When someone leaves a thoughtful comment, don't just like it. DM them, "Hey, I really appreciated your comment on my post about topic. What was your biggest takeaway?" This isn't a sales pitch, it's a conversation starter. It builds relationships that can naturally lead to business. It's how you get effective lead generation. Third, engage with others. Spend 15 minutes a day leaving thoughtful comments on posts from other creators or potential clients. This puts you on their radar in a genuine, non-spammy way. Here's proof it works. When I first used this LinkedIn strategy, my profile was stagnant. I had around 500 connections, mostly people I knew. In just 90 days of following this system, I grew to 5,000 plus connections, reached 200,000 plus post views, and got 15 high-quality inbound leads without a single cold call or ad. The ROI was insane. I spent maybe 5 hours a week creating and engaging, and got more qualified leads than from that failed $500 ad campaign. This is the power of a targeted organic strategy. It trades a bit of time for results money can't always buy. As you start, avoid common mistakes. First, being too promotional. Content should be 80% value, 20% promotion. If every post is a sales pitch, people will tune you out. Fix. Focus on teaching and storytelling. Second, inconsistency. Posting 5 times one week, then disappearing kills momentum. Fix. Use a content calendar and batch your creation. Treat it like a can't miss client appointment. Third, ignoring platform algorithms. Each platform has rules. On LinkedIn, it's comments and dwell time. Fix. Study what works and always end posts with a question. Fourth, poor hooks or unclear value. If your first line is boring, no one reads the rest. Fix. Write your hook last. Summarize the core value in one punchy, curiosity-driven sentence. Lastly, not tracking what works. If you don't know which posts perform, you're flying blind. Fix. Check analytics weekly and double down on what resonates. If you're still watching, you're serious. So here's a secret bonus tactic almost no one talks about. I call it comment mining. Go to top influencers in your industry, find their most popular posts, and dig into the comments. It's a gold mine. You'll see people asking questions, sharing struggles, voicing opinions. These comments give you a direct line into your audience's pain points. Each question is a content idea. Each struggle is your chance to offer a solution. Create content that directly answers these mined comments, and you're almost guaranteed to hit a nerve. Try it. Here's what to do next. If you're just starting out and this feels like a lot, hit that subscribe button. I'll be breaking down more strategies to help grow your business online step by step. If you're already posting content, try this LinkedIn strategy for the next 30 days. Commit, then come back and comment your results. I want to see you win. And if you want to build a full funnel without paying for traffic, you need to know what to do with the attention you generate. Next, watch my video on 7 effective marketing strategies for 2025.